Hey, what's up guys, it's Freeflow. I'm back with another video, and this one is on the Wraith. It's been a long time since I've had the Wraith on the channel. The last one I think was actually when I did the inner fender conversion right here. But one fell out recently, just, old, cracked, and I'm not buying anymore because it's not really necessary. I just did it for fun. But today I'm doing some stuff for my wheels. I got a new motor because this one is screwed up, and then I upgraded to metal axles. So I'm gonna do this real quick. Shouldn't take too long, 6 nuts, 6 bolts, and then I'm using this plate here because if you tighten the nuts or bolts, whichever way you do it, if you tighten them too much, it'll just start threading through the plastic itself. So my dad had these made so it would act as a stop, and they fit perfectly, and that's what it'll look like in the end. So I'm going to move these to the side real quick and work on this. So get this done real quick. Alright, so I got the nuts and everything in the spacer, or whatever you want to call that. It's all tightened up, so that'll fit right there. Well, roughly right there actually. And then that'll be the overall look. I didn't mention this earlier, but I bought some lower arms for this because I kind of wanted to upgrade those while I'm already upgrading the axle and mostly everything else. So I put two of them up here, and then everything looks good. It's smoother now, and I didn't really like the wagon look. So I'm going to do the motor real quick, and what was wrong with this motor is there's pins or nails, that whatever you want to call it, they kind of fell out, and it caught the fan that's in this brush motor, and it twisted it up, and it just doesn't want to move anymore. So I got the replacement one right here, brand new motor. Brand new axial motor. I like the print it has on it. 20 turn. It's the one that I've been using. And we tried a different one. It was just, we decided it was too slow and just didn't want to use it. So we went back to the 20 turn, and 20 turn's been fast enough, and it's been good. So switch out the gear here. And I got my screws that I need right here. I have everything I need mostly right here, and it's all good, so don't need any of this anymore, so I'll just throw this away. And the nuts that I were using on this were 2.5mm hex nuts. So, and the bolts, or the screws, I don't even remember what those were. So I'll just get the screw started on here and then I'll get it fit in a little bit. Now usually what you want to do is you want to run like a piece of paper or something through the between the two gears and make sure it's snug enough, but I have marks on this back plate here where the screws went before and even the time before that, so I trust that and it runs smooth. So I can now put the cover back on and it'll be ready to put back in. And then I'll be working on the front axle, or sorry, the rear axle. Alright, so there we go. Now it's all ready to be put back in. It's all set up. Runs nice and smooth as of now. And there we go. So this one I can toss away. And then I can work on the new axle I have. So this here is not the new axle. This is the original plastic one they get on the truck, and as you can tell, it's beat up. Now the main reason I got new axles was on the front. You can see how this is starting to crack through on this side. On the front one, since you know it gets more beat up, you can see directly through it, and I just didn't want to have that anymore, and I decided to get some axles. Now the new axles I got are CNC aluminum, and they're pretty good. The front turns out really good. Now we can get this cut open. And here's the axle. It looks pretty clean. From certain angles you can actually see where it was machined, because this is a CNC axle. So like here you can kind of see. But for the most part it matches the axle here, and it looks really clean. And I did say I did do the front already, and I don't have lower arms yet, so this does move. But I used most of the old stuff from the old axle, I used the old steering linkage because it works. It doesn't need to be replaced, and it's been holding up. And everything back here is working, and it's all good. So custom winch or bumper is going to have to cut up because the new winch. Now my old winch, I burnt the motor out on it and it's trash now. So, and along with the axle upgrades, I also got some more ball joints because the old ones here have been worn out and they do not perform well when they are worn out because they move up and down, and you don't want them to be moving up and down. You want a solid axle. You don't want it to be moving too much when you're working or when you're driving or anything. So there's not too much to be done to the rear except for putting the drive shaft on and then connecting all the shocks. But to connect the shocks, I will be using the original screws and the original drive shaft because, once again, there's nothing wrong with them. So I'll take this off real quick. Slide this through if it ever wants to. There we go. Alright, so we got that connected, and now I will just flip the truck upside down and move this out of the way and this out of the way, and now I can fit everything on here. So like I said, I upgraded these ball joints here, and since the new lower arms that I got, they already come with. Alright, so everything's all back together, mostly as should be. I just need to wait to get the lower arms on front and back, and then this thing should be ready to crawl. The motor is in and ready to go as well. Now these red caps I may or may not end up taking off and painting black, but everything's all ready to go, and I tested the controller to see if it was going the right way, forward, back, left, right. Well, not really left, right, I know that, but forward and back. My first time, black is to white actually, but easy fix, just flip the wires. So this is all good to go. I like this angle back here, and just put some fun stuff back there. Still fit the battery in there, can get in there easily, and it stays shut, got some magnets on it. So next thing I'll need to do is put the winch in and then the lower arms, and that'll probably most likely be in another episode, the next episode. And to do that, I'll need to cut this bar up here in between where these two are sticking, or where the screws come in. Cut it just in between there, and then this will be able to fit right in there. So this is the final product. This is, I'm pretty sure this is the stance that it's going to have. This might actually sit a little more like that, but since the lower arms aren't on it, it'll sag a little. Not much, but this is the good looking Wraith that I got now. Now with this axle, I am keeping the lower arms on it to see exactly how the lower arms attach, because there's kind of a certain direction, but you know, just to be safe, I'm leaving these on here. Once I get the new ones, I'll look at that for how to do it, or reference, and then I'll put it on here, and then I'll be able to crawl this again. So, broken winch, new arms. If anyone who wants them, hit me up. So got the spare tire over here for a bomber. Dad just got a bomber, so yeah. So that's it for this video. Hope most of this, for the most part, was all good and helpful. But see you guys in the next video. Like, subscribe for more. Peace.